Hello and welcome to this taste challenge. And this beer was sent to me by Douglas in Virginia. Thank you, Douglas, for helping me live pleasantly. This is National Bohemian Natty Bo. He got a 30-pack. He got a good deal on it. Oh boy, what a beer. 12-ounce bottle. ABV not disclosed, probably around 4.7. First brewed 1885, Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore is where I have found this in the past, and in 12-ounce bottles, 14-ounce bottles, various can sizes. Never had it on draft, but I'm sure it's very good on draft. All right, National Brewing, they introduced Colt 45 also, but both of those brands have fallen under the control of the Pabst Brewing Company. Now, the competitor, an even older brand, it says established in 1903, but it's really 1855, Miller High Life, the champagne of beers. And it was from 1855 to 1903, it was known as Fred Miller beer, Fred Miller lager. And then in 1903, it was rebranded with a more exciting name, rebranded to Miller High Life. And it's certified kosher, and this beer is brewed across the United States. There is a genuine draft version, which is brewed all around the world. Draft style version. 4.6% alcohol, and calories are 141. Yes. So which beer is better? Natty Bo or Miller High Life? These 32-ounce cans are really made for drinking out the can. I guess they sell it at convenience stores so people can sip out the can for hours, because when you pour them, they always dribble everywhere. Okay, common to get the quart cans around here. Walmart had this. I think it was $1.87 for the quart. Quart bottles are also common, but they tend to be more expensive for whatever reason. I know where to buy Miller High Life on draft. Yes, Harahan, Louisiana on draft. And as recently as this past summer, 2022, they had it on draft for $1.75. And we went and got some, and it tasted good. It tasted very much like Miller Genuine Draft. Okay. They're both clear and straw in appearance. But this Miller has got that thick retention head, spongy retained head. And you know Miller beers tend to be full of foam, and they have heavy glass lacing. And this National Bohemian is probably brewed by Miller, meaning Molson Coors, at one of their breweries. Okay, so we can see right there the difference. Maybe the same brewer, but they're just plugging in the Pabst ingredients list saying, okay, whatever you say. Not much head of foam here. Thick head of foam, very heavy lacing as usual. I'll have to wipe up this beer residue soon enough. I've abused this old desk, which is probably going on 100 years old. Leaving cold bottles on the top, ruining the veneer. I don't know, I shouldn't have done it. I think we bought this old desk at a antique store on Magazine Street in New Orleans for like $10, 1978. 1978. No, my parents probably paid $5. They wouldn't have paid $10 for it. They wouldn't have paid $10 in 78. They wouldn't have. I glanced. Look at that heavy foam retention. I glanced. All right. Probably it was probably $5. We can get Miller High Life all over Louisiana, as you would imagine. National Bohemian? No, not anywhere in Louisiana. Colt 45, some places have it, not in this parish. We don't have counties in Louisiana, we have parishes, not in this parish. Okay. Miller High Life, 12-ounce bottles, 12-ounce cans, 16-ounce cans, 24-ounce cans, quart bottles, 40-ounce glass bottles. You know, it's like, and then on draft, like I said, it's called Uncle Matt's Place. Uncle Matt's Place. Nice place. Quiet neighborhood bar. We used to have a lot of neighborhood bars around here, but they're mostly gone now. I had one right up the street, walking distance. It was the same old people in there every day, but they all, yeah, it's not really any neighborhood bars around here anymore. And the next town up the river, there is one, yeah. Downriver. Nope, they're all gone too, you know. But in New Orleans, you'll have a few still around, you know. Corner bars like Henry's. You know. Then in Algiers on the west bank of the river, right by the ferry landing, you have the English-style pub. English theme with English beers and English food. But yeah, New Orleans, you do still have neighborhood bars. Metairie, the next west suburb, a few. Lamplighter Inn. But in New Orleans, you still have Marquis Bar in the 9th Ward, Bywater, Marquis. And, yeah. Henry's, like I said. Okay, Snake and Jake's. Well, it's a neighborhood. All right, anyway. Carlton Station. They're not the same in the aroma, but they're not really remarkably different. They're like yeasty lager, bread, grain product, beverage. Taste. Cheers. Sweet, not too sweet. Bitter, no. Bitterness units, very low. Practically zero, really. I mean, I know there's a number. I can look it up on crescentcrown.com. But in a real world sense, there is no bitterness units. It's nothing. There's hops because they put that in there, but that's why these beers are popular, because most American drinkers don't want any kind of bitterness. Not discernible bitterness. There's a little here, a little grassy bitterness. Might be the Bohemia, National Bohemian. Bohemia, the Kingdom of Bohemia, where many immigrants came from, now known as the Czech Republic, but up until 1866, part of the German Confederation. A lot of people don't like to talk about that, or they don't feel comfortable talking about that. I had some Czech viewers tell me, they occupied our country. How dare you? You're a dog of traitor. How dare you, you with your jaw of traitor, talk about that? I'm like, look, I don't live over there, and it was literally part of the German Confederation until 1866, and it was part of the German First Reich from Christmas Day 800, really before that, up until, well, we had a little interruption with Napoleon, but you know what I'm saying. So I'm sorry, I don't create the map of Europe. I know the people are mostly Czech, they're Slavic. I get that. But there were a large number of Germanic people living there in those towns too, like Pilsen and that. All right, heater. Well, the Germans got run out of that area. They got run out of that country in 1945, so for the last going on 80 years, not quite 80 years yet, but going on that time frame, they've been out. But these people moved here and started breweries in the United States using corn and rice, because there are various reasons for that. It's not because they wanted to get it cheap and that they were trying to hustle people. There was a lot of issues, like the American barley wasn't nearly as good quality as the European barley. There's just a lot of reasons. Corn, very available. Rice in southern United States, very available. Sweet. Just standard. I mean, these are like archetypes. You know what I'm saying? Not archetypes, but prototypes. Like if you said, I want to try American beers. I am not from America. Give me a beer that is a representative of an American non-light lager. I would say try one of these two. You got it. Now, which one do I prefer? Well, I guess the one in my right hand has a little bit more hop note. Oh yeah, there's a beer from Mexico called Bohemia. Same old story. German immigrants. Okay, Bohemia, one of the old German states. That's in people's minds with Germanic. Bohemia, maybe not so much Moravia, but Bohemia, Bavaria, Bavaria, Saxony, right there north of those two, north and west of those two. Prussia, east and west. Brandenburg, Prussia. Hanover, Westphalia, Schleswig, Holstein, Bremen, Hamburg, Baden, Luxembourg was part of the German Confederation until 1866. It was a German state. Yes. Liechtenstein as well. It's close, man. I mean, it's like the same and then the same. But this one here does seem to have more hop action. But it's, you know, it's minimal, but it does seem to have it. And I think it's the National Bohemian. So which one tastes like a German beer? Neither one. But which one is closer to a German beer? The National Bohemian, yes. Which one would I buy? Obviously the Miller High Life. I can't get National Bohemian here, but I'd buy it if it was around here. Just like I would buy Carling Black Lager. Not that England Carling, that 4%, whatever that is. We get a regular Carling, the old school Carling here. In Canada they get Carling Ice, Carling Black. I think they get a Carling Strong, like an 8% Carling. Oh, I mean, obviously I would try all of those. I would try the Gross Hecht Cannon. The powerful cannon. You say Gross Cannon, what are you talking? You going mad? You've been taking medicine? No. Nope. There's a Gross Cannon that's 11%. Yeah. We need that. Okay, here we go. I'm saying Miller High Life. I mean, yeah. I didn't even need to look at the label, because actually, look at this lacing. It's unreal. You're never going to see lacing like that unless it's Miller High Life. But I prefer the Bohemian. Now, I preferred the Pabst Blue Ribbon over National Bohemian. Pabst Blue Ribbon's hard to beat. That's why it's got that following. It's not just all promoting hip artists and obscure music groups. It's a good product. It's a good product. I said that in 96, 2006, 2016, and 2026 I said it, and I'm saying it now. So thank you, Doug. And the answer here is National Bohemian beats Miller High Life. Doesn't beat it by much, but it does beat it. So there you go. So Laissez Le Bon Temps Relais, a fabulous taste challenge. And the winner is the National Bohemian, the Natty Bo, Mr. Bo. Oh yeah.